Okay, hey guys, congratulations on making the NCAAs. Alex, I'm curious in your thoughts, today, getting ready for your first NCAA tournament start.
No, yeah, freshman year is pretty exciting to watch the boys and Steve play. So I kind of got to know what the atmosphere was like, kind of the speed and stuff like that. So, no, I'm very excited for the opportunity that we're going through right now, and I know the boys are excited as well.
Follow-up, Sean?
Yeah, Sean, follow-up?
No, I'm okay. Somebody else can go.
Okay.
Thanks.
Question for any or all of you guys, any preliminary read on what Penn State does and what they like to do and what kind of program they have?
Yeah, we know they're a fast, skilled team. They like to shoot the puck, and just like every team we played, we just got to stick to our game and do what we do best, and hopefully it'll turn out well for us.
From what Rick was telling me a couple days ago, they sound like kind of the opposite of what Cornell does, and maybe similar to Princeton. With that in mind, I feel like maybe you guys match up against this team better than some of the other ones.
Yeah, maybe. Obviously, you want to think that you match up well against anybody. Really, in this league, you got to adapt, and especially going into the tournament, there's so many good teams, and we're going to have to adapt to, play our game against, any kind of style of team. So, obviously, they're a good team, and they've done some pretty incredible things this year, just being their 5th year. But at the same time, we just got to go out and play our game.
What do you guys do about Friday, which was not one of your better performances of the year? You might say that that's fair to say. Do you go back and kind of pick through it and see what you do better, or do you try to push it in the background, rearview mirror?
I think a little bit of both. Obviously, we watched the game yesterday and try to use some things that we can improve on and learn from. At the same time, just kind of use that game as fuel. Kind of a loss like that stings, and everyone knows it, but fortunate enough to still be in the tournament despite the loss, so we'll use it as fuel going into the weekend.
Anything specific from the tape that you guys saw? And when I talked to Rick on Sunday, he said it wasn't as bad as they initially thought it was after kind of picking through the tape. Anything specific out of there that you guys need to maybe change?
Yeah, I think just kind of putting a full 60 together and battling a little bit harder. Obviously, we had a good push there at the end, but fell short. So just trying not to put ourselves in that position by getting down early and trying to play from behind, and instead just kind of playing, pushing the pace and playing with the lead.
Kind of jumping on top of that for Alex or for Spencer, playing with the lead at this point, you guys I think are 15-1 when you score first. At this point, how important does that become when it is just if you lose, this is the end of your season?
Yeah, it's huge, and really it's desperation time, and there's no time for anybody to make mistakes on this team, and if we take periods off like we did against Cornell, it's going to hurt us, and there's no coming back, there's no second chances, in next weekend. So I think really we just got to know that we have to start hard and play our game right from the bat, and just try and do things a little differently in that sense where hopefully everybody's up for the game, and I mean that's what we got to do if we want to win.
Alex, confidence-wise, I mean, I know that you guys would have liked to have come into the tournament off of a win, off of an ECAC championship. That would have been great to bring that momentum in. The way that you're coming in and drawing the seed that you did and having to go out to Cincinnati, how do you guys make sure that you still play with the confidence to know that you can get it done when you're in that field of Denver and everyone else?
No, yeah, I mean, I think it just starts on Monday of practice. I mean, we just came in, battled hard all day, and continue that for the rest of the way. No, we didn't end on a good note in the postseason for ECACs, but we did pick apart the film, and we know what we got to work on. And that's what we're bringing this weekend in practice, and just follow that into Saturday's game.
When you saw the bracket, or the group that you guys were going to be in with number one overall seed, when you saw your name, called and saw who else was in it, what was the reaction to the selection? Let's start with you.
Oh yeah, we're really excited. I mean, we had a great time sitting there watching it after workouts. Especially going on to Cincinnati, it's a fun trip for the boys. Get to go on a plane, so it'll be fun to just be with the boys. Hopefully not for the last time. Just kind of do our thing. Just focus up on Saturday. That's all we can do. We can't worry about Sunday. We just got to take it one game at a time. But it all starts in practice for us, and that's what we're focusing on a lot on.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
I think what Alex said, obviously we were kind of really excited. I think anytime you get the opportunity to play in the tournament, I know for me and Spencer, this is our first time. It took us 3 seasons to get there, so it's a pretty special feeling that we had.
For all of you guys, I was gonna ask somewhat of the same thing that Ryan was talking about. There are a couple seniors on this team who had playing time in that first NCAA tournament, but for most of you guys and for all of you here, this is kind of really your first go at this. A, how excited are you? B, what are some of the seniors saying to you in terms of the preparation and maybe a different mindset that you have to have going into the NCAA tournament?
I mean, I think obviously it's really exciting having to be our first time, and then in terms of kind of the approach, I think you just got to treat it like any other game. Obviously, those guys that were here their freshman year, they made that run, and they had a lot of upperclassmen to kind of show them the way. So we're just trying to take in all the tips that we get from them, and you know, like I said, treat it like any other game, and just enjoy the experience while you have it.
Go ahead.
No, let's go.
It's a long season. You guys are, you know, I mean, it's kind of uncharted territory, just the length of the season. How do you feel like you guys have held up physically and mentally and everything? You know, the last 2 seasons you weren't playing at this time of year.
I think we've held up pretty well. You know, we've had a lot of rest just with that bye week and a few days off here and there. So I think we've had good rest, and it's not an excuse for anybody if you're tired going into this tournament. I mean, every team in the tournament has played the same amount of games, and you know, we've put in the work in the off season to really get to this point and throughout the year as well. So I think everybody's feeling pretty good going in.
Sean, last one.
Yeah, more for the forwards here. When you talk about the pack of wolves mentality that you guys have and you're playing that way, you're a very, very difficult team to defend. Is that something you're talking about this week, and you're facing a freshman goaltender, and how important is it going to be to create some traffic in front of him?
Yeah, it's going to be huge. I think at this time of year, you're probably not going to get many goals from the outside. It's most likely going to be a second opportunity. It's going to be that guy, maybe that's not shooting the puck, but the guy crashing the net. So obviously that's something we pride ourselves on, and we're going to try to do that all day on Saturday and bang home those rebounds.